my friends, and welcome to another number corner. All right, we are in the final day of the month. Holy moly. After today, we start a whole new month. Time is just flying by. I needed to slow down a little bit. Our time together is just going by too quickly. But today's a new day, so we're going to try to embrace it and take all the learning and all the things that we can put in our super smart brains so that we can become bigger and smarter and stronger. Are you ready? Number Corner always starts off with singing our days of the week. It's important to practice with me. Even if you think you got it and it's easy peasy, still practice with me. All right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 All right, thanks for singing with me, friends. All right, yesterday was Tuesday. So if yesterday was Tuesday, that means today is, well, let's sing our days just in case we're not sure. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. I can hear you all shouting from home. Awesome. So today's Wednesday. Let's turn around our Wednesday card. Are you ready? What number's on our Wednesday card? You're right. The number 31. That means it is the 31st day of the month. What month? Say it with me one more time. March. Awesome. Let's put it all together. Are you ready? Today is Wednesday, March 31st, 2021. Now we know March is the third month. Say it with me. January, February, March. So we know the month is the third month of the year. It's the 31st day of that third month. We have all the things we need to update our date card. So let's do just that. All right, for the last day, we're going to leave that month as the number 3. We're going to change the day to the 31st. And the year, we're going to leave as 21. So everything we write the date on today will be 3-31-21. Now, you know me. I like it nice and easy and quick. But if you're feeling fancy and you want to write it out the long way, the date for March is spelled M-A-R because we abbreviate it or we shorten the word March. We add the date of the 31st and the full year of 2021. Okay, let's go practice writing the date on our observation chart. Let's get where it's not so shiny. All right, shout out that date for me. It is 3-31-21. Very good. Look at our clock today. What kind of clock do we have? Do we have an analog clock or a digital clock? One of these are digital, one of these are analog. Which one's which? You're right. Yesterday's clock was digital, which means today's clock is analog. Say that with me at home. Analog. Awesome. Remember, an analog clock are the round clocks where we have an hour hand and a minute hand, and where the clocks have groups of 5 minutes. So here's one group of 5 minutes, 2 groups of 5 minutes, 3 groups of 5 minutes. You get the idea, right? So we have an analog clock. Okay, so now it's time to figure out what time is our analog clock showing us. So we have the hour hand, which is the shorthand, is pointing to what number? You're right, it is pointing directly at the 8. That means the hour is 8 o'clock. So we're going to put an 8 right here in the hour spot. How about the minutes, though? So our minutes hand is pointing straight to the 12. Does that mean I write the number 12 right here for minutes? No. Remember, when we have the minute hand pointing to the 12, that's the very beginning of a new hour. So the minutes are 0, 0. Remember when our minute hand, I just grabbed another clock, is pointing down to one of the numbers on the clock, that's where we count by 5s to figure out what the minutes are. But when that minute hand is directly at the 12, that means it's the beginning of the hour and we're at 0 minutes. okay? Now finally, let's talk about how much time has passed. So yesterday, our clock was at 7 o'clock, but today is 8 o'clock. How many minutes have passed? Well, that means the hour hand moved from the 7 to the 8, and the minute hand went all the way around the clock one time. So that means we need to count by fives all the way around the clock so we can figure out how many minutes have passed. Are you ready? Let's do this together. Count with me by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's right, because there are 60 minutes in one full hour. So if the clock went from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, that means 60 minutes have passed for one full hour. So we're going to write that. 60 minutes have passed. Ooh, time is tricky. Clocks can be hard. Today, though, in a few minutes when we're done talking about our days in school, I'm going to switch over to our other camera. We're actually going to do some work in our number corner book today around clocks. So you're going to show me if you got it, if it's making sense, or if we need to spend some more time on it, okay? But before we do that, let's talk about days in school. So yesterday was day 122. Well, what comes after 122? Let's think about the pattern. Let's ignore that we have the 1 and let's pretend it's just 22. What comes after 22? 20. Well, if we have 20, 21, 22, 23. You got it. So because we know that pattern, it doesn't matter that we also have that 1 out here. It could be 1,123. 1,000,000,123. I don't think bajillion's a number. I'm just making things up now. But you get the point. Whatever that pattern never changes no matter how big the number. So this is going to change to 123. Oops, I forgot to change that yesterday. When we write out 123. What does that mean? Let's break it down. Remember, if we have a 1 in our hundreds, that means we have one group of 100 days. Remember, oh, you can't see. Here's our one group of 100 days. A 2 in our tens means we have two groups of 10. Count with me. 10, 20. And that's what these are. 10, 20. And then if we have a 3 in our ones, that means we just add our extra day here. That means we have 1, 2, 3 days all by themselves. So let's put that all back together. We have all these different numbers. We need to add them together. Here's what that looks like. We start with our hundreds. So we start with that 100 plus our tens, so plus 20, plus our ones, so plus 3, equals 100 plus 20 is 120. And then 120 plus 3 gives us that total of 123. Okay? 123 days. Holy moly, time needs to fly by, or slow down. It's flying by. And I need more coffee, clearly. All right, friends, I'm going to switch over to our other camera, and we're going to talk about today's worksheets where we're going to practice telling time, okay? See you in a flash. All right, like I said, it was going to be a flash. So today we're going to be working in our Bridges number corner book. So go ahead and hit pause, grab your number corner book and a pencil so you can work while we talk, and then come on back when you're ready. All right, if you're back with me, that tells me you have all the things you need. You have your number corner book and a pencil and your super smart brain. We are going to open our books up to page 41. 41. I'll give everybody a second to open up to page 41. You know you can always hit pause if you need more time. All right, if you need more time, just hit pause. I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing forward. But, of course, before we can do anything else, first we have to stop and put our name at the top. I'm going to put my name, you put your name. And today's date, which we know because we just worked on it, is 3-31-21. Right. Get that written down and then we will get started. All right, let's figure out what we are going to do on page 41. It says Danny's school day. This is Danny. Hi, Danny. He goes to school every day except Saturday and Sunday, just like you all. Now we need to answer some questions. At 8 o'clock, Danny gets on the bus. Circle the clock that says 8 o'clock. Well, we have 3 different clocks. So which one says 8 o'clock? Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Well, remember, when we're looking at our digital clocks, this is the hour, and these are the minutes. So right off the bat, if we're looking for 8 o'clock, we know this is not it because it has a 9 o'clock in the hour, right? So we're going to look for the clocks that have the 8 in the hour spot. So right there, we can get rid of one that just doesn't make any sense. Just like yesterday during our class meeting when we were counting popsicle sticks and we were estimating and we were crossing off our estimate guesses that were not correct. That is a great way to get rid of information that you know you're not going to use, so it's out of the way and it doesn't clutter your brain with unnecessary thinking. Okay? So now we know we're down to 2 clocks. Now it says circle the clock that says 8 o'clock. That means there are no minutes showing. So there are no minutes showing here, but I have 30 minutes showing here. So which one says 8 o'clock? It's the middle one. You got it, super smart people. Kiss your super smart brains. Mwah, mwah. Okay, now let's keep going. I'm not going to do any more of the work. I'm just going to read the question to you so you can go through and cross out ones that don't make sense and circle the correct answer. At 10 o'clock, Danny's class goes to recess. Circle the clock that says 10 o'clock. Number 3, and you can hit pause if I'm going too fast. At 11:30, Danny's class does math. Circle the clock that says 11:30. Number 4, at 12:30, Danny's class goes to lunch. Circle the clock that says 12:30. And number 5, at 1 o'clock, Danny's class has story time. Circle the clock that says 1 o'clock. Awesome, my friends. If you need more time, just hit pause to finish this page. We're going to go ahead and keep moving forward, and we're going to turn the page. And now we're going to be on page number, let me pick it up, 42. Okay. So let's read more about Danny. It says, here are some other times in Danny's school day. Draw lines to connect the clocks that tell the same time. Ooh, this is getting trickier now. We need to read the digital clock. Then we need to find the analog clock whose time matches that digital clock. So let's do the first one together. So it says school starts at 8:30. So that means we have to look for the hour hand that is pointing to an 8. Let's see if we can find that. Remember, the hour hand is the little hand. How about this one? So the hour hand is pointing between the 8 and the 9, but our minute hand is pointing to that 6. If it's pointing to the 6, does that mean it's 8 o'clock or 8:30? You got it. If it's pointing to the 6, that means it's 8:30. So here is our analog clock that matches our digital clock. I'm just going to draw a line. We're good to go. Now, you're going to go through as we read the rest of these times, and you're going to find the analog clocks that match the digital clocks. Ready? Reading time is at 9 o'clock. Find the analog clock that tells us 9 o'clock. The next clock, writing time, is 11 o'clock. Find the analog clock that says 11 o'clock. The next one, PE, is at 1:30. Which analog clock is telling us it's PE time at 1:30? The next one, science time, 2:30. Which clock tells us 2:30? And finally, school ends at 3:30. Which clock is left that tells us 3:30? All right, that's it, my friends. Hopefully that's easy peasy. Hopefully telling time is getting easier and easier for you. Send me pictures of both pages when you are all done so that I can see if you are understanding all the things. I just lost my words. That happens sometimes. If you're understanding how to read our clocks and how to tell time and how to understand the difference between a digital clock and an analog clock. Here's the thing. If you're stuck, if you're confused, if they're all wrong, that's okay. I still want you to send me pictures of your best work. That way I know if we need to practice some more or if we can move on and learn more things together. Okay? If you have questions, let me know. We can talk about this during our 11 o'clock class meeting. Or you can always have family send me a message on Dojo and we can chit chat that way also. All right, friends, thanks for hanging in there for this nice long number corner. I'll see you all later. Bye.